Alright, hey guys, this is part 3 of my 3-part tutorial on how to root the Blackberry Playbook. In my last video, I showed you how to downgrade from 2.0.6 to 2.0.4, and as you can see right now, I am running 2.0.4. In order to do this, we're going to have to prepare the Blackberry Playbook for the rooting process. I'll just go in order, make sure you have Wi-Fi on. Go down to storage and sharing, scroll down here and turn on file sharing, enter your password, click OK, turn on Wi-Fi sharing, enter your password once again, and if you didn't have a password before, I would ask you to make a password, and if it doesn't, then it'll ask you to make it later in the next step. Make sure you have password protect off, go to security, click development mode, use development mode. Once again, if you don't have a password, it should ask you to create one here. Make sure you remember that password because you're going to need it later in the process. It gives you an IP address of 169.254.0.1, and that's for every standard Blackberry Playbook. You'll see a new icon up here, which is for development mode. Oop, I have an ant right there. And it expires in 10 days, so if you need to do this process again, you're going to have to turn on development mode once again. Alright, so let's go back to the desktop over here. In the previous video, we downloaded Blackberry Desktop 7. For Dingleberry, Blackberry Desktop 7 does not work, so we'll have to go into Control Panel, go to uninstall a program, and we're going to actually uninstall Blackberry Desktop 7. So click uninstall or change, and we'll just go through the steps of uninstalling this. Click remove. It's the easy stuff right here. And we can exit out of control panel once we are finished with that. We're going to have to download Blackberry Desktop 6, the previous version. I'll put a link in the description, or you can go to BlackBerry's website and just download a native version. And then we will install that, and we will get ready for the rooting process. Alright, this is finished, so I'm going to install Blackberry 6, Desktop 6, and that should load. And we will go through this quick process. Alright, I'm back and it is done. So I'm just going to click finish. We can exit out this stuff. Alright, and as you can see, here's Blackberry Desktop software number 6. So what you're going to want to do is open the Blackberry Desktop software. Since we just installed it, you can exit out of this once again. Plug in your Blackberry device to the computer. And what we are going to do is create a backup file for Dingleberry. Now this is where people really make their mistake. Enter your password that you entered earlier into your device. Like I said, this is where people make their mistake, and this is why the process for jailbreaking and rooting goes wrong. So let this connect, and we will go through this procedure. And we're done. Okay. So it says there's an update available since we downgraded to 2.0.6. Just click update later. What you're going to do is click backup now. We're going to do a custom. If yours says full, just click custom, and we're just going to do settings. And then you can rename the file whatever you want. Just click backup now. And we'll give it a second for it to back up. And it is done backing up the file. Click close. And this is the step everyone forgets. After it says close, go to device, forget device. Click forget. Exit out of Blackberry Desktop software. And in the description, I will have a link to Dingleberry 2.11. click the application right here, open it up, click continue, and let's go back here. Enter that IP address that we showed before. You should have two of them. Enter the first one where it says IP address, and then enter your password in after that. Once you've done that, click jailbreak. You should connect. There is no playbook at this address. And that is because I entered in the wrong IP address. And then it should say deploying. This will take about 5 seconds. Once it's done, click continue. Alright, so we've already done this step in the first part of opening up Desktop Manager. Click choose, and it should automatically bring you to where your backups are. I've done this plenty of times. My latest backup is today, January 8th, so I'm just going to click open. And then a new file, dingleberry.bbb, has been created. Okay, now that we've done this, we can go back into Blackberry Desktop Manager, open it up, and we're going to restore the .bbb file which Dingleberry has created from our latest backup. So right now, it should say we've connected a new device. And it's going to initialize, type in your password. Alright, it just finished loading. Click cancel and let your Blackberry device connect. Okay, so it's finished loading. You want to go into, or click update later. Go to device, restore, and it's going to load all of your backups. And here we go, dingleberry.bbb. We're going to click restore, click yes, and I'm going to pause the video here, and I will get back to you once it's done restoring. Okay, it started restoring. You should get an error message. If you didn't get an error message, then that means you've done something wrong. You're going to have to go back to the beginning of this video and do that whole entire process again. So in a couple of seconds, I should be getting an error message. There you go. There was an error restoring. That's exactly what you want to see. You want to click OK, exit out of that. Alright, go back into Dingleberry. Go to main, click Dingle SSH. Then, since you already have your IP address and password already entered, click connect. It should say connecting. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Your Blackberry Playbook will actually restart. And since it restarted, you might have to turn Wi-Fi back on, and you will definitely have to turn on development mode again. So I'm going to pause this video here and wait for it to boot back up. Okay guys, my Blackberry is finally booted back up. Enter your password if you have one. Click dismiss. Go down to your menu, go to security, click development mode, turn development mode on, enter your password, click OK. Alright, so if we go back into Dingleberry, enter your IP address and password if you have to, click connect. And as you see, we have the famous number sign. If it says jailbroke failed, you're going to have to do this video again, like I said. But this means we are now rooted. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to upload more videos on how to do cool hacks you can do with rooted playbooks.